This is part 3 of my playthrough of The Legend of Zelda Triforce of the Gods, known as Link to the Past in its North American localization. Things are getting pretty serious as we continue to explore the Dark World in search of the captive heirs to the 7 Great Sages. If you're just tuning in here, I'm playing in the original Super Famicom version in its native Japanese, but throughout I'm providing translations of on-screen text. When I transcribe the kana, I put hiragana in white, katakana in brown, and the kanji in blue. I follow that with phonetic reading, then the word-for-word translation, and lastly, the meaning as I understand it in plain English. If you're a fan of refold learning, and you're not great at reading Japanese text yet, my videos could be a great way to get started with sentence mining. We're starting to make our way through the Swamp Palace in search of our second captive, Daughter of the Sages. This place is really all about getting the water level where we need it to keep moving forward. It's a fairly straightforward dungeon, so let's dig in. As the light world and the dark world are linked, you lower the water in one, it lowers in the other. So now that I've managed to do that, I've drained the water out of the swamp, put it in the canal here, and I can get across and see what's going on. Oh, and here is my clue, just telling me exactly that. You can see the stairs went all the way down, so I could have gotten up here even though the water was down. But this ladder doesn't go all the way, so I would have been stuck and unable to proceed past that point with the water low. Those little water globs are super annoying. But at least that was an easy to get key. Stuff's coming at me from all over the place. It's not taking me long to find myself a little low in the HP. Here we have another dry canal bed. And you can see that half ladder, so at some point I'm going to need to find my way up there. And no key to proceed through that door. There we go. Also realized that I didn't bother getting that chest. The other little alcove, I believe, had a crumbly looking wall that I could bomb. Might as well take care of that now rather than have to backtrack later. And worth my while. Who doesn't need a good map? It's certainly a good thing I have a hammer. Squish those little thumbs or whatever they are. Gotta get just right to push the switch. Guess a few more rupees with my full rupee count. Don't exactly hurt, but they don't help. There we go. Those little fish kind of look like the moas in The Adventures of Link. Little ghosts that fly around. But here they swim. A lot of enemies here that just kind of keep coming. doors. It's already up there and got those jars. Or skulls, I guess. Let's carry on this way then. Really like those orange and blue switches. Look like they should be pushable, but apparently they're not. I guess I'm not going through there until I take care of the water level again. Starting to feel like a pattern. But I do have a key now, so this door is an option. Best way to remotely activate those is always the good old bomb. This flame guy is kind of just going wherever he wants. And I successfully blocked myself in there. So I'm gonna have to reset the puzzle. At least it's not a hard puzzle. Oh, what a guy to lose a fairy on. Move up the stairs. Another place with tons of crap flying at me all over. And those are in the way, of course. More very useful rupees. It looks like my only move is to lower those orange guys and I guess fall down that hole again. Which of course requires the backtracking. And I thought I was so clever getting the shortcut with the blue ones being down there. And of course that doesn't work. The bomb goes away as soon as you change scenes. These big keys are often a lot of work. More rupees. And there it is. Okina Kagi, the big key. Always worth a try. Some of these tongues just pop right out. Aha, the hook shot. Boing. Boing. It's actually a pretty useful little tool compared to some of the other ones we get. We'll be using it quite frequently from here on out. Look at that, there's this whole area down below me that I haven't gone to yet either. I wonder if that's my missing compass. Or just a big waste of time. Oh, there it is. Gonpesu Mitsukita. We got the compass. Or found, I guess, this compass. Got would be Tenireta. Looks like I still need a key. Not many places left to look for keys. Maybe that platform right there. And lo and behold. And of course my little grabbies are gone, so I've got to go out of the scene and come back. Looks like the statue's got to go on top of that. Complicated little set of rooms here, though. Now, of course, it's closed again. I guess that switch opens them both. Pulling that tongue is just not going to work out with all that stuff coming at me. Nothing I can do here. Gotta get to the other side. There we go, that's better. This time we're draining the water. Always so many rupees around when you don't need them. Knew one of those had to move, but that wasn't exactly the most useful thing. Knew that would be twinsies. A little bit of everything here. This is a little mean. Can't really do anything about that guy because I can't hit him from up here. Not without some mean magic, anyway. Boss door. What am I gonna face here? Ooh, it's a pile of globs. Fortunately, I can just grab him with the hook shot and take him out. So I don't think I can actually injure the main guy until I get rid of all these. Sure, a lot of them though. Alright, I guess the hookshot isn't going to help me much anymore, now that he's frantically splashing around. It might be time to just start whacking him with my sword. There we go. Ooh. Apparently he doesn't like getting hit with the sword. And that means I like hitting with the sword. I can take a licking. There he goes. Now I have my second crystal. And have freed yet another of the Daughters of the Seven Sages. They always start with the same text box. We definitely like our wishes. Ganondorf. Well, we've heard that name in some more modern games, but up until this point, we've only known him as Ganon. No, the Demon King Ganon. Mao. And then, do we understand? May the hero's path be guided by the Triforce. They always like to sign off with that, too. Alright, so that's that for the Swamp Palace. Still got 5 dungeons to go and only 2 blank spots in my inventory, so I guess we got some upgrades coming. Nice convenient spot to refill my fairies. It's always better to have a nice full set before taking on a new dungeon. And I think I caught 3 and had 1 fill me up. So surprisingly, I think we're not going to have to do too much treasure hunting before the next dungeon, even though the hookshot is pretty awesome and opens up lots of places. Back to good old Kakariko. But this time I'm on a mission. The Village of Outcasts. Youch. Make my way back up to the entrance to Death Mountain. A little different here in the Dark World, because I want that up there. Big pitfall. Good thing I have a hook shot. Otherwise I would have been SOL. Another mean trick, but nothing that a little invisibility cape can't help me with. And Eureka! I have my harpies. That was close. Now it is time to visit the Skull Woods. Now this is one of the ones where it's not even super easy to get to the entrance to the dungeon, so I'm going to futz around a little bit until I find it. Too many options of where to go, so it shouldn't take too long to finish exploring. That guy actually survived a direct hit with a skull. Dead end. Starting to think maybe I need to come at it from the other entrance. Sort of feels like a linear path in the middle between the two pieces of the dungeon. Nope, nothing new open here. Oh yeah. Love a timely fairy. So this dungeon is interesting because you can just sort of drop in all over the place under here. But not every place is good. And down we go. Whoops. So this is somewhere. Ooh, and those guys suck. I'll just bring me right back to where I started and reset all the monsters. No, never say no to a key. These guys take forever to kill. Ooh, the map. Not sure why they spell out map in English. Jizu is a perfectly respectable word. And then there's the big chest. Didn't take too long to find that. But obviously, don't have a big key yet. Not really a super obvious way to get over there. Man, there's a lot going on in this little room. There we go. Making use of the drag feature. So it's better just get those guys stuck behind a wall. Ooh, there we go. We got the big key. We got the big key. We got the big key. And an important room over here, full of a single call. But had I been low, a complete magic refill isn't the worst thing. Probably not a terrible idea to go and get that big chest now. I happen to know just where it is. Alright. I have the hole where I want it. A lot of cracks in the wall. And a handy switch to wall. Boom! So that wall was clearly intended to last forever. Alright, what do you got for me? Ooh, the fire rod. I don't have my measly little lantern flame. I can shoot flames as far as I want. Another door. But secretly, I don't think I need to do that. There's a lot of this dungeon that isn't really helping much. But the key does. Alright, now to add fire rod, I can create a new entrance here. Tantalizing chest down there. Don't know if I need it. Maybe it's the compass, but I have a feeling that was back in the other area somewhere. Or maybe it was the key for that door, but since I had an extra... Interesting. Just keep moving the holes back and forth. But there we go. Ooh, fire works well on these guys. Which is nice, because they take like 900 hits with the sword. And I'm almost for sure these are let's light them up torches. And there we go. Can't really use these your weapons when you're in a doorway, which is annoying. You can swing your sword, but you can't use the other stuff. So I guess I couldn't get far enough out before I got hit. to zap him. But mission accomplished anyway. And of course, my secret door. That led me into another trappy area. A suspicious hole in the floor. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to see what's down here. Ooh, it's the boss! I don't even remember if there was any boss door at all. That's weird. But he doesn't seem to enjoy the flame very much. So I don't mind sharing. Oh, until I run out of magic. And then I am down to just hitting with my sword again. And hit him a lot. And just like that, he's done. And third crystal in hand. Wazawai. Disaster. Got the Yusha in the quotation marks there. Hero. I like to really emphasize my hero. Again and again. Alright, yes, we got it, we got it, we got it. Alright, so next is, in fact, Blind's Dungeon. That's the thief we keep hearing about in Kakariko. Where did it go? I don't know. Just having to use a shortcut through here to get back to the outside world. I could have gone to the light world too, moved around that way. But the dungeon I want is over here. It's always fun just getting sliced through a big, huge row of plants. Now just pull on the fork, and in we go. This dungeon opens up a little bit differently. We've kind of got an upper level and a lower level. Lower level full of bad guys, the upper level fairly easy, but lots of little blocks. Fortunately, my fiber rod works really well on these little alligator dragon guys. And just like that, got the map. This one's a little bit more of a maze than a set of puzzles the way the other ones have been. Alright, fastest big key ever. Run away. There we go. And then can't leave that chest behind. Ooh, and the compass. All 3 of my dungeon items, just like that. Boom. Maybe this will be a real short dungeon. But probably not. But maybe. I see a locked door, but it's a big key lock, and I have the big key. Okay, so this is part 2 of the dungeon. Got a locked door and a sealed door. And there's my key. I fear things are everywhere all of a sudden. Now these are new, these little globby guys that throw their middle part out. And their middle part is vulnerable while it's exposed. And then more of these little dudes that turn into fairies when I use my magic powder on them. Looks like there's too much to do over here just now. And then take out a few guys. Nice. Oh, wow. Not used to seeing those things in the position I want them in when I first encounter them. Apparently, you get to come in one door or the other, not both. So I'll go up here then. Noisy. Don't be fooled. Apparently, I'm going to be dealing with some illusions. It also looks like I'm going to have to switch the switch. Apparently nobody comes up here but bugs. Really tough bugs. Well, I see a cracked floor lit up in a special way. And it gave me bombs, lots of them, so let's have at her. Fail. Fail again. There we go. So now I've got a lit up hole that I can't actually get to. I knew one would get me. Ooh, this is a fun little room. Alright, got my little lifter thing here, and an opening to the right, or left, so let's go. So heavy. Oh, nice. I love a little trap. I don't really use my arrows very often, so they rarely need replenishment. And apparently somehow you can fall down there, because those little pots are always where the fairy room is. Another one of these things. And a little girl. Apparently, we have prisoners in this dungeon that are not just my sage daughter. But gotta make use of that key. And it's a good thing I did. Oh no! Ooh! All those annoying little dark rocks. I can lift them up, so once I get out of here, I think there's going to be a lot more treasure hunting to do. Alright, time to go up here. Dead end. Oh no! What happened? The light's so bright! And we have the boss. Who would have imagined? A trick boss. Ooh. This, like, is definitely right out of Zelda 2, the headless, well, and Zelda 1, actually. Yikes, this is getting hairy, though. They are hyper. Phew. Alright, crystal number 4 in hand. Not even quite at the hour mark. Just rolling my way through this dungeons. Alright, sounds like the Triforce battles were hard on my little ancestors there. The Knight Clan has not fared well, which is I guess why there's only me left. Nobody else. Okay. Now let's do some treasuring. First, right here. Let's get rid of these. So apparently this is yet another some used straight into the Dark World and had their appearance changed. Just gotta bring him to the right spot, and all will be well. Look at that. Just like that, back to normal. And the blacksmith's partner is back. Oh, happy day. Thank you, thank you. So as most things with this game, if I want to air quote have time pass, I just change scenes, come back, and then say hello again and see if they have anything new to tell me. Ooh, I would not mind the little sword upgrade, even with the extortionary 10 rupees. So with that, I now have no sword. So I will elapse my time yet again, using the same sneaky method, and visit them one more time. It's ready! Woohoo! Some more swords all red now. So I have the longer Master Sword that is now red. There is in fact one more upgrade available, but for now, we're pretty good. So now all these suspicious pegs, what happens if I pound them down into the ground? So there's some lag in my recording. So little glitchy jumps here and there. Those aren't even my edit lags. I try to point out when those occur. And we have the secret cave that appeared. And lo and behold, a heart piece. And that filled one up. So only 4 more left. And I know at least 3 dungeons are going to have a heart piece left, so I guess that means there's 4 heart pieces plus the rest. Oop. And here's a treasure chest. Cannot open it. Gonna have to find somebody who can open it for me. There's more of these birds than there used to be. But with my fancy new upgraded sword, they don't fare too well. Ooh, a long ago thief. Alright. If I keep your secret, you'll open it for me? Take it. Ooh, a 4th jar. Now I can really stock up on the fairies. Now, I truly actually don't know if this is special at all, but I did read somewhere that if you ram this statue, a bee comes out that's a little bit special. And I don't really know if it truly is a special bee or not, but I will capture it and find out. Didn't do the greatest job catching all the fairies, though. I think I might still need a couple more to fill up. But I'll have lots of chance to do that as I continue my explorations. Hadn't noticed this little bombable spot. More rupees. Thinking I'm pretty close to the Pond of Happiness. Maybe I should just finish maxing out my bombs and arrows. Well, that was a waste. As was that. So I guess I'll just leave the rest of these chests just in case. Somehow I'm back in the neighborhood when it actually matters. See, now that I've already had some upgrades, it's 25 and 50. Before it was 5 and 20. Much easier to max it out now. So this takes a while, so let's just speed the process up. Visit the fountain many times, spend all kinds of money. I think that's it for bombs. I think 50 was the max. I don't think arrows go to 70. So let's just make it happen. There we go. Boom. And look at that, I still have money left over. One hopefully final time, pulling the switch here. I'm gonna try and see what happens if I give the fishy to the jar vendor. I don't think I've ever done it before, and from what I've read, he can either give you some jar upgrade or something. I don't know if that's true, but I'm gonna find out. But I do have to manage to carry the fish all the way there without letting him jump off the screen or into a bit of deep water, because if either of those things happen, I'm screwed. He can be kind of hard to pick up too. So annoying when you can't dash. Trying to dash just throws the fish. But good thing this fish has good gill capacity, I guess, because he's staying vibrant for a pretty good amount of time out of the water. No, he does like the fish. Not totally sure that was worth it, though. He just gave me a bunch of stuff that I could have got just by going around a cave, probably. Don't see any evidence of a enhancement to the jar, so I'm going to call that a rumor. Debunked. I thought that red guy that runs away is here, and I'm supposed to be able to catch him if I dash, but not seeing him. And honestly, I don't remember what he does either. Maybe that's something I had to do at a certain interval in the game, and he goes away after a point or something. Guess I'll go see here. I'm supposed to find the sleeping guy for the Ocarina Kid too. I don't actually know where that is. This guy's talking about him, I guess. But that doesn't seem to match the father. One of the last little areas that I haven't been to in the Dark World, other than the mountain. But certainly don't want to miss out on these last few heart pieces. Only 3 more left. Pretty good at finding the exact overlap with the thing that I can't warp into. Another little puzzle here. Now only 2 left. I'm gonna wonder what happens if I manage to take out all those guys. So I think that's the only place where that is present. Back to the pond of happiness yet again. This time, don't plan to go inside. Gonna use the Ice Palace. Not as happy as the Happiness Pond. This one starts out pretty straightforward, but does get a little convoluted later on. Is down already. Penguin things are kind of brutal. Uh-oh. Nothing like being a bunny on slippery places. Alright, this seems unusable at the moment. I like getting these guys with a hook shot because I can't get zapped, but they're always hanging out in the walls where the hook shot doesn't quite get. I gotta make my way through the floor. Ooh. Big Kekotsu. And another one. So you can't actually kill these with the sword. They'll just fall down. You have to blow them up once they're down. Kind of like the little dry bones in Mario. That's a convenient way to get a key. This constantly shifting floor is definitely difficult. And that was a sneaky switch. Hit me, and then we'll make it so you can't go through. Ooh, a bunch of these guys. Keep going down further and further away from that treasure chest. Ooh. That was close. Ah! Pretty sure I did not want to fall down there just yet. Well, I would never have guessed that running out of magic is a bad idea. Oh, that was a great maneuver. Ooh. Way back up some stairs. That does seem useful. Ooh. Treasure, even? Keep putting these fake walls that look like you should be able to break them, but you can't. Alright, I want to go upstairs before I try that locked door. I had to bring my skull back so I could get back over the spikes. Guess I could have used the magic cape too, but why waste the magic power? Oh my goodness, they're throwing everything at me here. I do enjoy all the treasure, though. Oh, the map! Yay! I can keep going up even further. Here's that treasure. Oh, the big key. Sweet. This is that treasure chest I saw very early on. So now I think I can say I've completed these upper floors and I can head way back down. Can also take another crack at that room, perhaps? Or perhaps not. and get stuck on the stairs here because it's too slippery. Oh, bummer. I seem to have landed on the wrong side. There's a lot going on in here. Big key door. Always seems like a good idea. Skeletons just ambush from everywhere. Yeah, here's those little pots. Those holes upstairs probably lead me to a fairy room. Oh, one of those buttons I have to stand on to open the door, and I don't see anything at all that would help me keep it pressed down, so there's going to be a trick to that, I'm sure. Now I should have access to all of those little holes to get the fairies and that other hole in the next room too. Alright. Carrying on. So there's a little sequence of here where I've kind of spliced a few edits together that aren't quite going in order. I ended up having to do this several times because I kept messing up with the little details of where I was trying to go and created a situation. So you'll notice that treasure chest, which contained a key. This wasn't my first run through of this when I did that one. So each room I'm kind of picking and choosing the one that shows the best set of progress. But overall, goal was just to get the ability to push that block down and keep on moving. It's actually a fairly substantial detour that this level makes you take to do all this stuff. And I don't remember how, but back in the day, I figured this all out on my own without having to use any cheat guides or codes, because there was no such thing. These games took months to finish back then, too. Oh, now everything's hitting me. Okay, this should give me the ability to head back down to where I need to be. Again, stuck. That just won't let me find the right spot on the stairs until, of course, the fire gets me. Okay, so before I dropped down that hole and was unable to get what I needed because I was on the wrong side of the box. So all these broken pieces of floor I'm going to make use of. Oh, stupid ice guys. Or stupid me. Ooh. Okay. Bombs. Alright, down we go. And yay, now I'm on the side. Ooh, I could have used this earlier. The blue armor. So that should make me a little more resilient. Alright, so this, you'll probably notice was a bit of rewind. I'm back to the green clothes. And the treasure chest hasn't been acquired yet because I pushed that down and then did the proper loop. So just to show you how it all worked, that's how that goes. But should be back in my Beedoo outfit now and carrying on with a more normal progression through the end here. But I am going to avail myself of the fairies because I don't want to take on a boss with half my life extinguished and not a full set of jars. In you go. And in you go. Okay, well, I guess I'm full then. Full life, full jars. That's what we wanted. Alright, now I have these handy dandy blocks ready to go. So, just need to get this guy out of my way. Push it down accordingly, and let's move on. So now I should be in more of the end phases of the level. I think that was it for the puzzles and diversions. Of course, we have traps still. Pull this sucker out of the way. Right, down one more. Oh, and we're straight into the boss. Good deal. So that ice looks like maybe it doesn't like fire. So it's... There we go. Oh, and of course there's 3 of them. There's quite a few boss battles that seem to like to do that. And I'm out of magic, so hopefully my sword still works on these guys. Appears so. There we go, 2 down. Only 1 to go. Oh, that actually wasn't too bad. I think there's been much harder bosses. And another crystal. in the collection. One more maiden out of the hands of the demons. So apparently we had all the Hylian people used to have powers. But we have been weakened over time, even the descendants of the sages. Looks like my special powers as a knight, though, will help make them more powerful, so they can, I guess, do whatever they're going to do to help me out. And I can make this world of darkness go away. And remake it into, I guess, whatever it is Link wants it to be. So that's that for the Ice Palace. I think it's probably the last one we'll do in this video, to keep it from getting too long. I have the feeling there's probably one more to this game. Could take care of the last few things. So I'm just going to warp out of here, and of course onto a tree, so I'll have to do it again. Take us into the Swamp Palace. Well, not Swamp Palace, because we already did that. The Misery Mire, I believe they call it. As the next level. I don't think there's much more loot to acquire on the overworld in the meantime. The blue clothes haven't really opened up any new paths or made anything more available. So remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy this, and stay tuned for the 4th installment. As always, let me know if there's any games that you would love to see done this way. I am always interested in seeing what else people want to do, and I'll keep working on my own projects. So, till next time.